everybody. This is Carolina Paz, and I am with Real Estate Experts Group. With 18 years of experience in real estate investments, our mission is to assist our investors and friends in building an international real estate investment portfolio through a comprehensive range of solutions. Within the real estate investment sector at RE Experts Group, we specialize in markets of Mexico City, Texas, and Florida. And the area we're going to be presenting today, which is Riviera Maya, more specifically, Playa del Carmen. And we have a very special guest with us today. His name is Diego Polo. How are you, Diego? Thank you so much for being with us today.
I'm pretty good. Thank you very much for having me. I'm really excited to tell you a little bit about why I decided to live here in Paradise, and hopefully we can share that with your audience so they come and invest in this beautiful place as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you are a representative of Nikki Development Playa del Carmen, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so Nikki Playa del Carmen possesses very interesting features with great growth and wonderful opportunities for our friends who wish to make a sound investment with leverage and attractive returns. Before we delve into Nikki, can you tell us just a little bit about Playa del Carmen and why is it a great time to invest in that area?
Yes, well, first of all, Playa del Carmen is in Mexico, which I think that's fabulous, right? So everybody loves Mexico. You can go anywhere in the world and tell them you're from Mexico and people love it. And people from all over the world want to come to Mexico. Playa del Carmen is a really interesting location because it's very well located. It's 40 minutes away from Cancun Airport. And the Cancun Airport is probably one of the best connected airports in Mexico. After Mexico City, it's actually the best connected airport. You have flights basically to any part of the world. So that gives it a huge influx of tourism from all over the world. So there's between 16 to 18 million people coming to the Riviera Maya a year. Wow. And Playa del Carmen is right in the middle of that beautiful strip between Cancun, Playa del Carmen, and Tulum. So it's definitely like, I like to say it's like the belly button of the Riviera Maya. And it's a very stable market. And the beautiful thing about Playa del Carmen is that it constantly has tourism from all over the world. Obviously, the most important thing of Playa del Carmen is the beach. It's a Mexican Caribbean, so it doesn't get better than the Mexican Caribbean. Right. The water is beautiful. And we have this really long, I think it's about 6 kilometers. It's a strip it's a big road. It's called Fifth Avenue. Okay. And you can only walk there, right? So it's for walking only, and it's full of restaurants. It's full of shops. It's full of places to be, really nice bars. Obviously, there's a really nice nightclub scene, and it's connected to everything else. So you have archaeological sites close to Playa del Carmen. You have cenotes. I mean, the list of things to do is just really long. It's endless, and it depends what you want. You have beautiful gastronomy, so you can eat anywhere you want, all kinds of food from all over the world. You can enjoy adventure, you can enjoy adrenaline, you can enjoy diving. So I think it's one of the probably the most complete locations of Mexico because of everything that it offers. And obviously for investments, it's become a fantastic place because it's been in constant growth for pretty much the past 20 years. So capital gain is fantastic. The return of investment is really good. The occupation rates are year-round, pretty stable. So that gives, it's a really positive economy. It's a good place to invest. It's dollarized, so, people are very familiar with prices. And there's a lot of safety too. So we have alliances with different companies that have escrow services and financing for foreigners. And we have this huge network of service where we can really take care of foreign investors and make sure that, they're having sound investments and important investments in this area. So, so yeah, I've been here for the past 14 years and I'm loving it. So
what made you move to Playa del Carmen? Is it anything that you just mentioned?
Yeah, it's all of that. It's the diversity. I like being in a multicultural place. So Playa del Carmen gives you that flexibility where you can be, in a yoga class in the morning with people from all over the world. And in the afternoon, you can be in a CrossFit class, and then you can go eat at a restaurant and have Japanese omakase, with a Japanese chef. And then the next day you can go diving. And The reason why I love living here is there's not one day that is similar to another day.
Right.
You know,
Just
every day can be different.
every day is an
So
adventure, and it's a, very multicultural environment, it sounds like.
exactly. So you have people from all over the world, and I love that. You know, it's Playa del Carmen is growing really quickly, not only as a vacation rental location, but also as residential. So there's so many people migrating to Playa del Carmen. The population of Playa del Carmen has multiplied itself by many times in the last 14, 20 years. I think the population right now is around 300,000 people, and a few years ago it was less than 100. So
It's
there's people
growing
from
at an
all over.
exponential rate.
Yeah, it's growing exponentially, and I really, heading towards investment, I really love Playa del Carmen because numbers don't lie, right? So when you look at the numbers and you check numbers like the price to rent ratio, it's actually really close to 1%. In long-term rentals, it's really close to 1%. So if your property is $200,000, you're probably going to be renting it out for about $2,000 a month, and that doesn't happen in other places.
It does not. It does not.
In the US, to rent a property for $2,000 or $3,000, it has to be probably a property that's $600,000, $700,000.
Yeah, like a very high-end home. Absolutely. In a very well strategically placed location. So this is amazing. So it just sounds like Playa del Carmen. I mean, and is it at its full potential, meaning like infrastructure wise, using all the space? Like, is it at its capacity, or is it still growing?
I think that's a fantastic question, and for that, let me show you my screen. Give me just 1 second. I like to show the map of Playa del Carmen because here you get a really good idea of everything, right? So I like to show it showing Cancun. I like to show it showing Cozumel, which is a beautiful island right in front of Playa del Carmen. And then you can see Tulum down here in the south, right? So first of all, the whole peninsula it's growing very quickly. However, in contrast to what many people think, we're not really destroying that much of the jungle. There's a very planned urban planning for this area. So we are taking care of how the growth is impacting nature itself. Because if you look at the map, I mean, this is, there's so much space and so much green. So Playa del Carmen is right in the middle of the Riviera Maya. As you can see, it's been growing quickly. All of this, Villas del Sol, Misión del Flores, the 28th of July, all of that did not exist a few years ago. So Playa del Carmen is a very new city. The fantastic thing about Playa del Carmen is that along the coastline, you have a lot of different five-star hotels. You have Fifth Avenue, which is this really long avenue, which is full of shops and restaurants and places. You have golf courses all around. And speaking of infrastructure, you have hospitals that are English and Spanish spoken. You have commercial centers. You have banks. You have pretty much the infrastructure in Playa del Carmen is, enough for somebody from anywhere in the world to live a very, very happy life. And more than enough for somebody from any part of the world to come here and live a really, really amazing holiday season. So, so Playa del Carmen, has, in my opinion, it has almost everything, for long-term investments, for capital gain investments, for vacation rental investments, which is just what we're going to dive in a little bit deeper into today with Nikki. You have everything. And by the way, Nikki is right here on this corner, which is First South and 25th. So it's actually really close to the beach. It's only 4 blocks away from the beach. That's what I was
going to ask you. So walking distance, how far is Nikki from the beach?
So walking distance, it's about 250 meters from the beach. So about 300 yards, pretty much.
So like 5 minutes-ish?
A walking distance in minutes is probably 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Oh, amazing. So it's like right there.
Yeah, it's right there. And this area right here is called Paseo del Carmen. This is the shopping mall. like a VIP shopping mall with a bunch of restaurants and nice, like you can find Rolex there and Tag Heuer, and you can find Sara and Bershka and all of these shops. So that's 2 blocks away. And the fantastic thing about Nikki, it's also like 4 blocks away from the ADO station. So you can arrive at the Cancun airport, take the ADO, which is like 300 pesos, like $15 or something like that. Take the bus, which is a 1 hour drive from Cancun to Playa del Carmen. You arrive here at the ADO and you walk 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, 5 blocks, and you make it to Nikki.
Super convenient.
So super convenient. And Playa del Carmen has the bicycles that you can rent on an app, and it has all of those things. So it's like you don't even need a car because you're so close to Fifth Avenue, you're so close to the beach, you're so close to the ADO station, you're close to everything, right?
So everything's walkable pretty much at this point.
Everything is walkable.
Unless you choose to go to Cenotes or Cozumel, you would need some other transportation. But if you're going to stay in Playa, everything is walking distance.
Exactly. And that's part of the magic of Playa del Carmen is if you're going to be in this whole urban area that's around Fifth Avenue, you're going to be walking everywhere. If you do want to go to the cenotes and archaeological sites and all that, you do rent a car or take a tour or whatever. But there's plenty of options for that as well.
You can walk everywhere. Well, that's awesome. Well, speaking about Nikki's amazing location, can you tell us more about the development?
Yes, of course. Let me jump over here. You can still see my screen, right?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay. So the first really good, valuable thing about Nikki is that it's a corner lot, right? So when you have a corner lot, you can use the architecture to have a lot more light.
Absolutely.
Nikki was designed as a vacation rental development. So what does that mean? We took all of the comments and all of the reviews from all of the other developments that we've sold previously and all the other developments that are in the area, and we took the best things of what people are asking for, right? So as you know, there's a lot of studios in Playa del Carmen, but people really enjoy 1-bedroom apartments because you can sleep more people. And when you sleep more people, you make more money on Airbnb and people are happy. And it also gives you flexibility for what happens if the rental market drops for vacation rentals. Well, you have the opportunity to rent long-term to people who are moving to Playa del Carmen, right? So the location is fantastic, of course, and the design of the project is meant to be to have a high return of investment. That's what this is meant for, right? And to really take advantage of every single square foot or every single square meter. So we do have amenities like what you're looking at right now, which is the upstairs pool, which, by the way, has a view, pretty much 360 degrees view of Playa del Carmen. So you can see the ocean, you can see the jungle, you can see the city. It's a really nice spot. It's built by Rivieralty, which is a construction group that has finished other buildings in the area as well. So you can see and you can go look at other buildings that are finished by the group. Nikki will be finished in May, June of this year. So we're really close to delivery, and the construction progress is fantastic. You can already go all the way up to where the pool area is going to be, and you can stand at all of the apartments to have an idea of what the views are going to be. So we do have a few units that have ocean views, so that's fantastic too. This is what the building is going to look like. Or this is what it looks like because it's already constructed. We're working on all the fine detailing, which is what takes the most amount of time at the end of the construction. So it's 6 floors, it's 36 units, and everything is 1 or 2 bedrooms, right? So we have 6 2-bedroom apartments and then 31 bedroom apartments.
Okay.
Why did we do it like that? Because that's what people are looking for, not only as an investment, but you really have to think about the final audience. Who's going to be the user? And the user, who is the person who rents on Airbnb, prefers a 1-bedroom for longer stays.
Right.
When you maximize your stay in an apartment, it becomes a much better manageable business for the owner, right? And for the property manager. So the longer the stay, the better. So when you have a 1-bedroom apartment, people stay longer than when you have a studio, right?
Okay. I had no idea about that. That's super interesting.
Yeah. You get all this data from AirDNA and other tools that we have of internal, market analysis. And we do that so that we understand, okay, how do we get the most value out of each square foot for our investors, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this is the smallest unit. This is
Gorgeous.
almost 500 feet. A good thing to know is that this is a worry-free investment. What does that mean? It's turnkey. You don't even have to worry about the forks and knives and spoons. Like everything that you see is included. Decoration, sheets, beddings, towels, coffee maker, TVs, curtains, air conditioning, everything you can think of. You can look at the inventory and it has everything. Why?
It's so much
Because
easier.
it makes it easier for everybody.
Especially if you are not from there or even from Mexico. Like you don't even have to worry about going shopping. This is genius.
Yeah. Well, having a turnkey unit makes it easy for everybody. And it also keeps a very important thing about turnkey units. It keeps the level of the whole building at the same level, right? So when all the units are the same, you can have rates per night that are a little bit higher because you use it as a hotel.
Right.
So
Condo hotel, would it be?
A condo hotel, right. So people will know that if they're going to stay at Nikki Tulum, it doesn't matter if they stay in unit A or unit B or unit whatever, they're going to stay at a place which is nicely furnished.
Wow.
And that makes a huge difference when it comes to how you manage your business, right?
Of course.
And it also makes it really simple for the property management company to change things if something is broken or if something, it's really easy fixes.
Absolutely.
So this is the smallest unit. So you walk in, you have a dining room, a living room area. The kitchen is on the wall. You have a full-size fridge, a full bathroom, and a bedroom with a queen-size bed and its closet, right? What changes at the next floor, the next level is, and this is what they're going to look like.
So pretty.
Okay, so you get an idea of the finishings. Of course, we can send everybody all the list of what all the finishings are going to be. For the very technical people, we have all of that technical information as well. But it comes fully equipped with decoration as well. So what you see is what you get. We're working on the showroom, which is going to be finished probably by the end of the month. So we'll have a showroom on site that people can come and visit. And then once you make it to the second floor, and from the second floor all the way up to the sixth floor, all of the apartments have a balcony area as well. So they're a little bit bigger and they have a balcony, right? All of the one-bedroom units are pretty much the same layout. It depends where they are, but it's a pretty friendly layout. The idea of having this space separated as a one bedroom and having a living space is so you can sleep more people. So instead of sleeping just two people, you could probably sleep four, and that brings your rate up a little bit higher, and your return of investment is much better, right?
Wow. Okay.
And I want to show you the 2-bedroom unit.
So all of these that you're showing right now are one bedrooms, just different floor plans.
Yeah, they change very little based on where they are in the building because you have elevators and stairs and everything else. Of course, we have an elevator that comes from the underground parking all the way up to the rooftop. So it does have an elevator, which is really important.
Yeah.
Because it is 6 floors plus a rooftop.
Of course.
And here you have the 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh, that's 2 balconies. Wow.
Yeah, because it's the corner unit.
Wow. Amazing. Yeah. Beautiful.
So this is meant to be, again, the idea of this is to maximize what you're going to get per night per square foot, right? Exactly. So you do only have one bathroom, but you sleep more people. And that's what you're looking for, specifically in this area of Playa del Carmen, which is a very high tourism space, right? You're looking for maximizing your rate per night, maximizing occupation. And that's when having a property in the Riviera Maya really makes sense, when you maximize occupation and your rate, right?
Of course. Wow. So pretty.
And so this is what the 2-bedroom apartment will look like. We also thought of like a space for co-working or like a desk.
Or digital nomads. I mean, they are, I don't know what the percentage would be of population in Riviera Maya, but I mean, I would assume it's pretty big, right?
Well, yeah, it's pretty high. And the cool thing is that, the paradigm of digital nomads has really shifted because before you used to think a digital nomad was somebody with their backpack and their computer, and they were probably a photographer or a web developer
Or
or
like
designer.
journalist, like something that
Exactly, or a
geo.
content creator.
Yes.
But nowadays you have remote workers. So that's a complete different thing because you have high level jobs like high management, high director
Engineer.
jobs that
Yeah.
are working remotely. So they want a really nice space to work. And Playa del Carmen offers, high speed internet. It has all the right infrastructure for digital digital nomads or remote workers. So this project is built for that, to maximize pardon me, to maximize the use of the project.
Absolutely. I love the decoration.
And this is its location. So the location, it's close to a supermarket, it's close to a
Nice.
park, it's close to the beach, it's close to the airport. But this little airport is just for skydiving, and it's a private airport.
Right.
So it only operates from 8 in the morning to 5 p.m.
And
So
sorry,
it's a working
remind me from
hours,
the Cancun airport, Playa del Carmen, how long is it?
45 minutes.
45 minutes car ride, right?
45 minutes. Car ride,
Perfect.
yes, correct.
Okay. That's wonderful. Okay, so it's in a prime location.
Yeah, it's in a really great location. We have the rooftop pool.
Nice.
There's going to be a gym on the rooftop as well. We have a co-working area, we have a lobby, and we have parking for 14 cars. So for the area, it's more than enough. It's what people are looking for. And again, it's a project that's built on data. So we take all the data of what's been selling, what works as an investment, and then that's what we're building, right?
And question about the parking. So per unit, you said you have 36, right? And you have 14 spaces. So is it first come, first serve? Do you have to buy it? Can you buy more than one? How would parking work?
It's first come, first serve. So they're pretty much for the building, and yes, it's first come, first serve. We didn't want to complicate things.
Right.
We also know that usually about 20 to 30% of people who the rest walk, especially in this area where you're so close to the beach, so close to commercial centers, so close to Fifth Avenue. You won't need a car.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of modes of transportation from Playa del Carmen to anywhere in the Riviera Maya.
Right, because it'll be for people like, backpackers or people that just don't want a car, or people that are making like their way down through Mérida, Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, and they are having a car. So either way it works.
Exactly.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then I do have a question, but I'll let you finish and then I'll go ahead and do it.
No. Go ahead with your question. It's
My
just
question
for
was just
visuals.
about rental restrictions, short-term rentals, and Airbnb. What are the advantages, and explain why Nikki is a choice? I mean, you've already touched on that, but just kind of to summarize, why would Nikki be a top choice for these people that want to have invest in short-term rentals?
Yeah, well, the whole building is built for that, right? So the kinds of amenities that we have, the fact that it's a corner lot, the fact that it's close to Playa Car, close to the beach, that already gives you a huge advantage. We don't have rental restrictions. What that means is that each owner can decide if they want to manage their unit themselves, if they want to hire a property manager, if they want to hire a company. There's not one company that's going to take care of all the units. And the reason we do that is because we like to offer investors a lot of flexibility. So there are people that say, I want to use it as a winter bird. So for 6 months out of the year, I'll be living there, and the other 6 months I'll rent it out. And maybe there's somebody that says, for me, it's just business, and I'll hire a property manager and I'll have it full time running on Airbnb. So there is always, of course, the HOA and the owners will get to know each other, and they'll have time to set rules. And usually what we recommend is that they do sit down and they try to not compete against each other in the wrong way. So that's where you establish like what's the minimum rate per night, what's the maximum, how do we keep it,
and
so that everybody's
an agreement, so it's beneficial for everyone.
That's correct. And that gives order and flexibility to everyone. The management of the building, the HOA, that because the law requires it, is done by the developer for the first year. So the developer takes care of the parking, the elevator, the plants, the amenities, the pools, the gym, all of that. Exactly. So all of that is taken care of. And yeah, I have a video actually
Yeah,
of progress in construction, and I have a little video that I want to show you guys.
absolutely.
Give me 1 second. It should be over here. So this is the rooftop in video, so you get an idea of what it's
So nice. I
going to
want
look
to
like.
jump in right
Of
now.
course,
So nice.
rendering you there, so when you see the process in construction, you understand what you're seeing in just bricks is gonna in the future, because we're all the way up, so it's built. Now it's just now we're just here. I'll show you. This is the progress in construction, so you get a really good idea, obviously, of where it is as well. So this here. You can see the rooftop pool,
Okay.
which is like the netting that you see. That's going to be where the rooftop pool is going to be.
You can see the shell
This
and
is
the
just,
pool coming together.
yeah, this shell is the pool, right? So here you
Wow.
get a few ocean views. You get a
Nice.
view of pretty much all of Playa del Carmen. Constructions are sometimes a little bit messy. I like to see things when they're finished, but this gives you a great idea of
Idea
what,
of the progress, at least. Like, it seems like, what do you say, like 70%, or am I wrong?
Yeah, we're pretty much close to 70%.
Looks like it.
Yeah. We're doing all the finishings in all of the apartments now, and then, as you know, carpentry and windows and all of that comes in the end. But everything, we like to show the progress in construction because it shows you, where it is, how it looks like, what's in the guts of the building, So it's a very well. It's also a really nice area because it's an older part of Playa del Carmen. So right now what's happening in that area is that a lot of people who built their homes there 25 years ago are now selling the land because the law now allows you to build vertical, right?
Right.
So
Okay.
what that allows is a lot of these homes that you see around the area, they're going to sell and they're going to become buildings. And when that happens, you have something which I think is fantastic in real estate, which is capital gain,
Of
right?
course.
So the more growth there is in the neighborhood, the more capital gain you're going to have. So if you compare the prices per square foot or square meter of the area where Nikki is, and you compare it to another place which is probably a little bit more premium or closer to Fifth or closer to the beach, it's going to be a huge difference in pricing, and that difference is the potential for capital gain, right?
Absolutely.
So
That's where you make
we're
both for your buck.
exactly, that's where you really make money when you think of 5 years, 7 years economic cycles. Then that's where you really make good money.
Exactly. No, that's awesome. Well, it's a beautiful property, and we are super excited to be working with you. And I mean,
Likewise.
we can't wait for the inauguration when it opens. And yeah, thank you so much for being with us, Diego. And I just wanted to remind anybody that's watching this that's a foreigner, you can leverage through us and acquire financing for this development. Please contact us at RE Experts for any questions. If you want to be connected with Diego, and follow us on Instagram, which is real.state.experts.m, our website, realestateexperts.pro, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you'll see below in the description. If you guys have any questions for Diego, please write them in the comments, and we look forward to Nikki. It's super awesome.
Yes, thank you. Of course, you'll be invited to the opening party,
We'll
and
be there.
that will be very, very soon. So get your summer body ready so that we can
Yes.
rock and roll at the rooftop on Nikki.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so,
Yeah.
so much, Diego. We'll see you
And
at
anything you guys or your clients need, we'll be more than happy to help you with any questions, anything that you need or require.
Absolutely, absolutely. We will be sure to do that. Thank you so much, and we will talk very soon, Diego.
Sounds perfect. Take care.
Thank you.